Hey everybody, welcome back to Josh Gets Lost for our 30 minutes a day Minecraft series. Last time we were exploring this little desert area out on our first boat trip across the world, and we've also found a village. So I'm excited about that. Unfortunately, last time our hunt for rabbits, because we want to get a bundle, ended up one rabbit hide short. Which was very frustrating, although we also don't have string, so we've got that going on. I did add some things since the last time that I recorded this. You can see there right at the bottom, I used a site called Vanilla Tweaks. You can check out the link in the description below, but essentially on there we'll have different mods that are pretty easy to add into your game. In fact, most of them are just here under resource packs. And the Coords HUD is one that is a data pack, and you'll have to put it in to your Minecraft folder. But Vanilla Tweaks does have instructions on there, and I don't feel like wasting our precious 30 minutes telling you all about those. So I added the Coords HUD. I added the mob head drops because, well, it's just fun to get heads of different creatures that we kill. I mean, imagine all those rabbit heads we could have gotten from the last episode. And I've also added something with the shields. We show that where they will just be lower, so you guys can see more of the screen if I need to use a shield. So that is what's going on there. Let's save our beef for if we get into a fight with some monsters or something, and we will just use our salmon. Let me put that up there. All right, so before we go over there, I realized I was like, oh yeah, we had this whole like treasure chest that we did not find, because this is a weird one. It's actually like sort of in this river inlet. Usually they're kind of near the ocean, the larger bodies of water. So let's head over this way. We are keeping track. Now, one nice thing about the Coords HUD is it has a timer on it, which means you don't always have to look at the sky. Usually around 18:30 or so, you will get the opportunity to sleep. Kind of just depends on what type of world you're running. There we go, 18:32, 33. Boom. All right, we've done that. We have slept. Let's grab our bed again. And we are circling now this area. All right, we are somewhere over here. So let's do our trick. We're going to hit F3. Yep, we still have to do this. We're looking at that block number up there. And we are 1512. So what we want to do is figure out where 9 and 9 meet. Looks like we're still on the X. So in theory, boom. Here we go. We've gotten some more iron, some more emeralds, some more delicious fish. We've got a water breathing potion, which would be very handy if we found another shipwreck. Some more fish there. A leather tunic. I'm not going to bother keeping this one. And another heart of the sea. But we're going to do like before and go ahead and destroy this, which unfortunately means I'm going to pick up the stuff I did not want to keep from this expedition. But let's... what did I grab that I did not want? The leather tunic. Goodbye, trash. But we've got now those 2 extra chests, which will help us. So there we go. All right, so a couple things happening here. We've gotten this treasure map, and now that I've used it, I don't want to keep it. I did keep the first one because it was our first treasure map of the world, so I'm going to put it away into our little keepsake area. Wow, you can kind of see this is a weird area. You got the river fish, salmon, and you also have the sea turtles kind of fighting for space in this area. Our boat is still over on the other side because it was a chest boat and we couldn't bring it around the land. So we're coming this way. Now, when you're swimming, just like for sprinting, if you double tap forward, you can be able to move faster in the water. A couple interesting things of note over here. One is over that way. I keep forgetting I have not put a zoom button on here, which is very helpful for when you're trying to show viewers things that are very small on their devices. That is a pillager outpost. So after we check out this village, we may go over that way and see what's there. These can sometimes have loot in them. They obviously have some bad guys. You remember those pillager patrols that so rudely interrupted us earlier. There's more of them over there. But there's also sometimes a little creature called an allay, this is one of the few places you can find them. So definitely worth checking out. We will head over that way. Hello, baby cow. We are in some tall grass. Man, I feel like the grass in this world is just super tall, which is cool. You know, hey, grew up. They're keeping a horse in there. So this is our first village, and this little fella right here is a villager. So these are different types of villages in the world. This is a savanna village. It primarily uses acacia wood along with these like yellow, sometimes red or orange terracotta blocks. And these guys walk around and have little homes. They're attached to little beds in the village. Did we get watermelon at all? I don't think we did. Let's get some of these. These can be very, very useful in the game. Perfect. There's a villager bed. I'm in fact going to set my spawn there because now if I use that as my spawn point, I'll at least be nearby. We've gotten several of these little houses. Some of them have treasure in them. We have some bread, some tall grass, which is a rare item. I'm actually going to keep that in here because we may come back to this village here in the future. Some bread, seeds, we'll leave that in there. There is bales of hay, which is very useful. I probably won't mess with that right now because we don't have a hoe, which is the fastest way to grab those, and there are quite a bit. Well, hello, sir. So this villager is unique. You notice he looks different than those ones before. That's because he has a job. He is a gainfully employed villager. And if you look around here, you can see these blocks, which we have not seen before. These are clay blocks. And here is a stone cutter. This, my friends, is a mason. And his job is to work with stone and brick and shape it. So let me talk to him. Now, this guy, when villagers have jobs, you can trade with them for different items. We are going to limit what we do with that. They are kind of messing with some updates for what might happen to villagers either later in this very update or in the 121. So I'm kind of trying to save that for the future. But just in case you wondered, if you right click on them, they will give you options to buy things. But I'm not as concerned about him. I'm concerned about his item. Because this, my friends, this is one of the most amazing and overpowered items in the entire game of Minecraft. Hello. In fact, I'm going to take a picture of it because it's so beautiful. This is a stone cutter. And you can do things with the stone cutter, none of which I can do because I don't have any stone at the moment. Ah! All right, we're going to get some stone. Where's some stone? Stone, stone, stone. There's some stone. Let's go. Let's get some stone. Well, hello, sir. Wow, this is a big, scary cave. Get some stone. All right. Sometimes I use the wrong tool for things like dirt, but that's because it's just faster sometimes just to mine with the same tool than to switch in the middle of something. There is another villager with a job. This is the humble farmer. Hello, sir. They will trade and sell different types of food and crop items. I do want to look around here. We may want to keep an eye out. Sometimes, for example, those are seeds, but sometimes they have other things that we may not have yet, like beetroot, which is, I think, one of the few crops that we have not yet found in this game. So we're going to do that. All right, we've got our cobblestone. Let's head back into the mason's house here. So normally, where's my crafting table? Normally in a crafting table, you can make different shapes of stone. You can make slabs. You need 3 of those. You can make stairs, which actually it takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stairs, and you get 4 back. With a stone cutter, if I want to make 6 stairs, it'll only take 1 stair to make. Let me say this correctly. It will only take 1 block to make a stair instead of losing a block when you make it. So especially if you want to do a lot with stone, and don't want to lose those 2 blocks every time you convert things to stairs, a stonecutter is your best friend. It also can make walls, and it gives you a 1-to-1 conversion for walls or for stone, which is very nice. You don't have to go in multiples of 6 like normally to make a wall. You have to build them in multiples of 6. With a stonecutter, you could just build 1 wall at a time, and your slabs are still the same. You get 2 slabs for every block as you win the craft table, but you don't have to do 3 blocks at a time once again. So this is one of my favorite tools in the game, and I'm taking it. It is now my tool, and probably, most likely, that guy is going to lose his job now that he's done that. So, in fact, let's use his chest to get rid of this junk. I'm going to keep the raw rabbit because I think we're going to do something with food later, and I want to have that ingredient for that. So there is our stuff. We've got some stuff we can drop off in the boat as well. Ooh, it is getting cloudy out there. Now, in the savannah, when it's raining, it doesn't actually look rainy because this is a dry climate, and it will not rain. There is a Fletcher's house. He's the one who makes bows and arrows and things like that. Did not see him wandering around, but we will... Apparently we cannot sleep yet, so that's going on. Let's see what other things we have here. Let's check this out. Now they are meeting here at this bell. This is the center point of the village. There's our Fletcher. You can see here that we could trade him for things like arrows. And he also does stuff with stick and with flints. But once again, we're not really doing stuff with the villager trades at this moment. This guy is the protector of the village. Whenever enough villagers spawn, if they sense any threats around them, or sometimes like this village from the start of the game. I saw you there, Tabby Cat. These guys will be spawned, and they will protect the village. They are made of iron, which is a useful ingredient later in iron farms. You didn't hear that from me, though, buddy. But if you were to hit this guy, he would do some damage to you. But I'm going to leave him because he's useful for keeping these villagers alive. If we happen to be hanging around nearby and it got nighttime, he would help protect this village from skeletons and zombies and creepers, those sorts of things. So there's our fletching thing. There's no real reason to steal this fletching table. If you right click on it, it does nothing. It's basically to give the Fletcher a job. And now it is getting darker. Let's head in here and sleep. Where did I see that bed earlier? Excuse me, sir. All right. Yep. Will you let me out? Oh, nothing like fighting with a Fletcher. I've always thought it funny though that you could just wander into a village and kick them out of their beds, and it's just sort of normal in the game of Minecraft. Imagine if you were in the real world and doing that. This is sort of meant to be the Savannah equivalent of a chapel or kind of church building that you'll see in some of the other village types in the game. And this is the home for the cleric. And he does some trades with different magical ingredients like redstone, zombie flesh, but he also has this, which you must mine with a pickaxe, but it is a brewing stand, and you actually cannot make that until you go to an entirely different dimension in the game, unless you happen to find one of these villages or one other small structure that's in the game. So that's definitely worth keeping. We want to get a good look here just to make sure there was nothing else that we needed. All right, I've got one inventory spot open. So what I want to do is, did I lose my crafting table? Because we're making a crafting table. I want to make a hoe real quick so that we can get this wheat. I do not want to make an iron hoe. That would not be the best use of our iron. So my sticks, let's go 1, 2, and let's go with our stone. 1, 2 right there. Boom, we've got this. Let's in fact turn some of these sticks and coal into torches. That will help lighten the load a little bit with our stuff here. And I'm trying to see if there's anything else I could get rid of. Honestly, since I'm not going to be probably going through any shipwrecks, I could go ahead and get rid of this door. See a door. All right, so we've got all this stuff. Let me think. Is there anything else I want to get rid of? You know what? We've got more of this at home. There we go. All right. Let's get this wheat. Now, these hay bales, they're kind of cool. You can use them to decorate your world, make it look more farmy, but you can also break them down into 9 wheat apiece. So they're basically like the equivalent of a wheat block, if you can think of it that way. And so these are actually, as we're thinking about breeding our cows and our sheep back home, these stacks of hay are they are kind of a gold mine, and definitely worth grabbing as we are here. Let me grab all of these. We may actually have our first cut of the series while I gather all these. Well, we've done most of the hay. Oh, I missed a spot over there. We are currently at 47 hay bales, which is awesome. And we're going to be doing that a little bit more, where we either cut or fast forward ahead through some repeated tasks. A lot of the stuff I've been doing so far has been the first time I've done something in the world, but not every time. There we go. Sorry to flood your home. Okay, that's an interesting house there, just filled with water. Sometimes these houses and things can generate in really weird spots, up on cliffs or down below. We also, while I was getting this, 60, perfect. We don't really want a bunch more because we don't want to take up another stack of inventory at this time, but we have some bad news. We lost our axe. I was cutting a few more of those watermelons to take back and wasn't paying attention. And our axe, forget what I was saying about the axe. We have found something more important. It's a saddle, guys. These cannot be crafted. They can only be found or recovered in the world. And man, wow, that is awesome. We now have a saddle. In fact, I think we have enough iron now that we can make our first iron axe of the game. So there we go. I'm actually going to put this stone hoe up here in this chest just to give us another inventory spot if we want it. But yeah, look at that. That saddle, we can use that to tame horses. And remember, we saw some horses back near our base, which will make exploring the overland parts of our world a lot more fun. Traveling by boat is always fun. It's definitely something that will get you around fast without losing a lot of hunger, but horses is also great. Unfortunately, this cat here, we do not have any fish that are not cooked. So I have a choice here. Should I go get some fish in the time that we have and try to tame this cat, or should we leave it alone for now? Well, I've decided in the split second since I said that, we're going to try to tame it. So let me go in here, get us some fish without drowning. All right, there's one fish, two fish. Come here. We got a red fish. And we have a turtle. Glad I did not hit that turtle with an axe. I would have felt very, very bad about that. 3 fish. Better get a couple more. Sometimes these cats and taming these animals can be very tricky. And wow, this is a much deeper hole than I first thought. Kind of interesting though. Nope, don't get caught looking down the hole. You're gonna drown. Oh, whew. Sometimes because of Minecraft, when I try to say drown, I say drowned, just out of habit because there's a creature called drowned in the game. So sorry for that. I'm trying to remember it and note it. Let's see. That's where we stored our things. This is just another house. Just making sure I've looked through and rated all of these guys and their homes. Looks like there's another mason's house here that for apparently I cannot find the door to. So we have some regular stone just in here, which we can get anytime. We can just cook the cobblestone that we have back home and then use it to make stone bricks, either in our crafting table or in our stone cutter. I do have a habit of losing these though, and they do cost 1 iron. So I'm going to take 2 since I'm already using that inventory space for that. All right. We have a lot of stuff here. Let's go find that cat. Make sure I don't keep the uncooked fish. Fish are something you can eat. You can find them, especially if you're in a river and there's not much other food nearby. However, they do not fill up much of your hunger meters. Holy cow. This is a very deep cave to just be in the middle of this village. Those villagers, if we hung out here too long, might all wander off and die in that cave hole. Let's see. I want to get a picture of you, buddy. There we go. Photogenic guy walking around. I could actually try to tame that horse up there. There's actually a couple of the golems here, which is good for this village. All right, where'd the cat go? Hello, anybody seen an orange cat? Anyone? Anyone? Those cats can be tricky. Sometimes they will despawn. Sometimes they will just play hard to get, like cats in the real world. If you want to give them attention, they don't want... Oh. They don't want any. And if you want to ignore them, they try to cuddle up with you. I know, at least that's how my experience with cats has always gone. Oh, it's almost night too. Come on. I'm trying to sneak up on him. Good night. Come on! Anybody getting rabbit sense all over again? Woohoo! All right, we need to get you up there so you can go. We need to sleep. Hello, let's sleep in here. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And if you have a cat, they will sometimes bring you goodies when you sleep. I don't know if he brought me anything. It's hard to tell. I don't see anything in my inventory that has changed, but you'd have to let me know. All right, come on, kitty. All right, comment of the day suggestion right here. What are we going to name this cat? Come on. I'm going to bring you out over here, and then I'm probably going to sit you down. Now, cats, you can feed them raw fish to tame them, but they will follow you around wherever you go in the world. And so we will be able to take him home with us, although I may have to come back for him with a boat that can fit both of us to make it a little easier. But I'm just going to sit this cat down right there because I want to go peek at that pillager outpost, and I don't want those pillagers hurting you, little kitty. I don't want it. I don't want it. See, can I get a picture of you without anything in the way? There we go. I think that's going to be our thumbnail for this. All right, going to leave him there. As long as I've right-clicked him to sit down, he should be good. Let's go peek on what these bozos over at the Pillager outpost are doing. Are they keeping a lays? Are they doing horrible, horrible experiments on them? We will never know unless we go investigate. Boy, this village area is definitely a spot that is has a lot going on, but could be very dangerous. So we want to kind of approach cautiously, see if we can get a good vantage point. Oh, I see our jerks. All right, they attacked us at our home. It's time to attack back. I am going to do this, which I guess I could have done earlier and saved an inventory spot. There we go. Now my goal, I think, will be to run up to the top, see if there's any loot in the chest, grab it if I can, and then head out. Is there anything I don't want to have in my chest before I run? I want some blocks, so I will use those. All right, I think we're good. We're going to take a long way around. Looks like there's several of them over on this side. We got to cross this river anyways. This is an interesting little bridge. Looks like there was a canyon here that got filled in. All right, here we go. We got 3 minutes till the episode ends. Can we get in and out without me hitting my head on stuff? Where's the entrance? Now, the fun here is we can block them in. Woohoo! We found what I was most looking for here. We found a goat horn! This is one of the items that appears in these pillager outposts, is the goat horn. And it's one of the few places that you can find them in the game. Otherwise, you kind of have to farm them from goats, and there are different sounds that they make. We have some dark oak logs, which we don't really need. We do have we have a bottle of enchanting, which I will just give myself some extra enchanting for no reason. We've got our string. Let's see, is there anything else I do not want to take home from here? This is the problem of all your inventory being filled with things. I don't really need the dirt. So we'll go back to there, get that back, get these extra potatoes. Looks like I don't have carrots in my... Curious, what is my armor situation? It is less if I have that helmet on, so good to know. All right, so our goal here is to look and see. There are some of the traditional sort of scarecrows that they keep over that way. Is there a water spot I could fall off into? Does not look like it over there. There's a banner captain. He would give us bad omen, and we do not want to start a raid back at that village. So I think our best bet is going to be to try to jump over onto this tree. And if you guys believe I can do it, type I believe in the chat. Here we go. Ready? All right. All right, let's go. Bob and weave, dodge and weave. Serpentine, serpentine. Let's go. 20 seconds till the episode ends. They're all coming after me. Let's go. Come on. Woo. What a raid. What a raid. Oh, man. They thought they would raid us, but we just raided them. That's right. Woo. Feels good going to the enemy's home turf and taking him out. There is nothing quite as satisfying as that. Oh my. So you can see a funny thing here. Here is not savanna, probably like river or ocean biome. Here is savanna. This spot is raining. This spot it is not. But with that announcement, after that very successful raid of our enemy's camp and the acquirement of our goat horn, our 30 minutes are up. So thank you guys so much for watching another episode of Josh Gets Lost. This is our 30 minutes a day Minecraft series. Let me know, are you playing along with this seed in your world? What have you been up to? Hopefully you guys, when you get to this, will know where this pillager outpost is, and who knows what mysteries you might find up in the chest. They are randomly generated from a very specific table of possibilities, so they can be different in your world. So definitely check it out. And until next time, I'll see you all later. Go get lost.